Hi everybody, it's me, Sam B from Caught in the Wool. It is a beautiful day to film my 9th episode. I kind of have this video screen tilted down more than I'm like comfortable. I kind of feel like I'm so exposed right now. But I actually have an awesome surprise for you guys. So without further ado, it's a bunny! So I brought my beautiful bunny coconut cream. She is a pointed Angora, so if you see she has a beautiful little spot on her nose, she's actually a lilac pointed, and her ears are lilac-y too. Lilac in Angora bunnies, and you know a lot of other bunnies too, they have it's actually a diluted version of chocolate, where blue is a diluted version of black. And so, yeah, it's a little bit of a like just gray, creamy, chocolatey color, and that's a lilac. It's one of my favorite colors. They also have points on their feet, but that's much more visible when they're babies. So the thing with Angora bunnies is that they fade a lot. So when you have an adult bunny, the best way, and you can see her feet are a little gray tinted. When you have an adult Angora bunny, the best way to tell their color is to look at their face, because the rest of their body will often lose their color. But yeah, this is coconut cream. She's a little over a year old. When you pet their cheeks, their ear goes up. She has very adorable tassels, and she's actually not as fluffy as she actually gets. So she probably has another month and a half to growing her coat. English Angoras grow, well, depending on their genetics of your line, they're supposed to grow like between 3 and 6 inch coats every 3 months. So like, a giant amount of their food consumption. I used to know the exact statistic. I think it's 70% of their food consumption actually goes to their wool. And Angoras release their wool every 3 to 4 months, which means that they just shed it all out. Every last strand just sheds out, and then they grow their new coat. So what we do, instead of plucking, because you can pluck and it doesn't hurt them at all because their hair is just falling out anyway, we actually take fabric cutting scissors and we cut them all down. And my sister Sarah, who I asked to be on this video, but she didn't want to come, she is the one who does all of the trimming now. I used to do it too, but Sarah is she just took it and ran with it like she does with everything, like with dyeing and such. And you're so cute. And she actually can groom, shear down an Angora in like 20 minutes or less. I think she's down to like 15 minutes on some of them, and gets their coat taken off beautifully. And you're a little staticky right now, but yeah, she's not as fluffy as she can be, but she's beautiful. You can see she has pink eyes. The other Angoras that have pink eyes are ruby-eyed whites, and some people don't like the red-eyed bunnies. When I was really small, I was not a huge fan of the ruby-eyed whites, because and when I say small, I mean like 5 years old. It kind of creeps me out, but now I think they have just beautiful eyes, because they have just this slight pink tint to their, I'm trying to move your fluff so people can see. You can see she's got a nice pink tint to her pupil, and then the rest of her eyeball is kind of like a beautiful, iris is like a beautiful purpley, pinky. Yes, beautiful. Beautiful. You're not talking? No, she's talking. Yeah. So this is the English Angora bunny I brought for you today. I just have a carrier next to me that holds 2 slots for bunnies. I brought some more bunnies for you, but this is the only English. She is a sweetheart. I just love her so much, so I had to bring her. I might go grab you a giant fluffy one. How does that sound? Should I? Should I go grab a giant fluffy one? I think I should. Don't be worried. I know, you've never been in this room before. Well, she has. This is the photography room, so she's been in here before. And she's just shocked. English Angoras are the sweetest, sweetest bunnies ever. They just, oh, they make great pets, but I don't always recommend them as pets because people may not be able to handle their coats. And if you aren't on top of their coats and when they actually release their wool, it is dangerous for the bunny because when they clean themselves, they ingest the hair, and bunnies are not like cats. They can't cough up their wool, so they can get wool block, and that's fatal for bunnies. Yeah, so you have to be taken care of regularly. Yeah. Right now, I think we have about 30 Angoras, but yeah, I think it's around 30. It's like between 20 and 30, I think. Which sounds like a lot maybe to you, but we have been doing bunnies taking care of bunnies ever since I was like 8. So what's 25 minus 8? Well, I've had bunnies before that too. And my mom actually had bunnies all growing up, but we started with the Angoras probably when I was 9. So we were very well versed in taking care of them. And most rabbitries have upwards of 30. They have a minimum of 30 bunnies. So, yeah. Another fun fact about English Angoras is that they actually have the finest Angora wool. So normally when you get commercial Angora, you're getting giant or German Angora wool because they are, I believe, just the easiest to take care of in a commercial setting. So they grow about 2 to 3 inches of wool. They do not release it, and they can be shorn much easier than English. English you cannot really use an electric shear on them because their wool is so dense. You have a lot of guard hair in your coat right now. So when they have their full undercoat in, it's just so dense that it's even so hard to groom that a lot of people will use the blower setting of a shop vac, or sometimes they make special blowers. They'll do it for like poodles and stuff too, so they can separate the wool and see where they might be tangling up. It also makes them massively fluffy, but it's a very loud business, so I won't be showing you that today. But yeah, this is coconut cream. Say goodbye, coconut. Say goodbye. Your beautiful nose. Okay, I'm going to put you back in with your hay. And this chubby flumpkin, this is a chestnut agouti, and her name is Hyacinth. So say hello, Hyacinth. Her mommy and daddy are Ruby and Gilly, so that's why we decided to name her Hyacinth, because of gillyweed, and it's a beautiful color just like rubies. Oh, you're beautiful. And she has a lot to say to you all. She is massively fluffy. So chestnut agoutis are, they're kind of like a wild bunny color. So if you look at her face, close and personal, that's how you tell her color, like I told you before. That's where you get the densest color on an adult Angora. She looks very much like a wild bunny coloring on her little face. And do you want to put up your ears? Can you put up your ears for us? Oh, what about this one? Oh, she's got beautiful dense wool right now. So as you can see, she is massively fluffy. She's actually got to be shorn soon, but she is not quite in full release yet. Oh, they're kind of like puppies. They just kind of lay here so sweetly. And yeah, so she's much closer to full fluffiness. I want to show you the tassels on her ears, even though they're not, they're kind of closer to Coconut Cream's length. Angoras grow their wool much slower on their ears, so even though they grow their wool super fast, if you ever trim down their ears, it takes forever for it to grow back. So hers have been trimmed, but you probably can't tell, they still look massively fluffy. But, ooh, got wool in my eyes. When you have Angoras, you get wool everywhere. But like I was telling you before, you cannot really see her color. When she was a baby, her color that you saw on her nose was everywhere. You can see a little bit in her guard hair right here. But the thing with the Goodies is when you blow into their coat, you can sometimes see rings of color, and I'm kind of trying to see if I can even see. I don't know if this will show up on the camera, but you can see very slight. I'll show you. I don't know if it's showing up. You might be able to see better on her face, but when they're babies, you can see it better. There's like a light dove gray. Sometimes they'll have a darker gray on the chestnuts, and then you'll get the more fawn and reddish ticked throughout. Let's see if we can see on your head. No. So if you see, you can see how she has darker gray and then more tawny and brown ticking and sort of rings of color. She has that throughout her whole body. So this is a darling. Oh, she's so cute. It's just so cute, you guys. I can't even handle it. You are such a darling. So anyways, we used to show our Angoras. We haven't lately. You know, it's kind of sad because I really miss it, but it's also very scary because there are not a lot of, there's not a lot of research or anything to kind of help bunnies once they get sick. And illnesses with bunnies are very contagious. So it's kind of like a very scary risk anytime you bring your bunny anywhere where there are other bunnies, because you don't know how other people, you don't know what they might have. We do the same thing with our sheep. We don't really show our sheep just because we're so worried that we might bring something home and, you know, expose our prettiest bunnies and, you know, bring it home to the rest of the bunny herd. So we don't want to do that. But yeah, as you can see, she's super cute. She's beautiful. Hyacinth is a beautiful bunny. She's a sweetheart. Total sweetheart. But yeah, so I also want to show you my adorable little Satin babies. I brought a couple of our Satin babies because I told you guys that I would show you them. I don't have any English Angora babies because actually little Coconut Cream down there, she was supposed to have a litter and she did not take. And also the other bunnies we bred at the same time didn't take. So we are left without any baby bunnies, which is sad. But is she not the most adorable? I also want to say hi to Libby's Yarn Barn. I think that's what her name, oh crap. I'm so sorry, Libby. I forgot your Instagram name, but I will tag it below. She also has Angoras, and I know that she likes to watch this podcast while she's grooming, so I just wanted to say hi from us Bumblebees. I think she actually might have some of our bunny lines, and I want to get some of her lines because she has the cutest babies. And, God, I mean, I just want all the Angoras. Aren't they so sweet? I just adore them. I just adore them so much. But yeah, so this is Hyacinth, and, oh, sorry baby, I'm getting your fluff all over your face. They don't really mind having their fluff everywhere, but when they get trimmed down, they look so goofy. And they're so small underneath all this. Like, she looks giant, but she's probably, well, beneath all the fluff, like, you see this? That's just her butt. So she's kind of a tiny bunny underneath all this. Aren't you? Aren't you, baby? Okay, so Say goodbye, Hyacinth. Say goodbye. Okay, and I will be back with Satin babies. I'm going to put her back in her house and give her some hay to munch on because she's such a good movie star. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I literally am covered in Angora wool, which is part of having Angoras. Like, it's embedded in my eyelashes right now. Love them to death, but anytime you groom them, God help you. It just gets everywhere. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm back, and this is a little Satin baby. So, I just put Hyacinth back in her house and gave her a giant thing of hay. Handful of hay, which is their favorite treat. And of course, as soon as I put her back, she put her ears up, and her ears are just this giant mass of fluffiness, and I'm so sorry you didn't get to see that, but you got a good idea with Coconut Cream's cute little ears. But this little girl, she's kind of nervous because it's kind of loud in here with me talking and echoing. But we haven't named these babies yet. They're actually pretty young. I think they're only about 8 weeks old. I will show you her sister in a minute, but they also have 8 brothers and not brothers and sisters. We only had 2 girls, 2 little does, and the rest are boys, which are bucks. Satins are different from the English Angora because as you can see, they do not have tassels on their ears, and they have very clean faces. Oh, ooh! They actually like it when you pet their ears, but I think she's shocked with the sensation right now. So cute little baby. Satins are much silkier in their wool than the English, and they actually hold their color a little bit better for the most part. This little girl here is also a goodie, and I will show you those rings of color I was telling you about. So, yeah, I'm just blowing on you. I know, it's weird. I'm a weird human. Humans are so weird. I wish it wasn't so staticky, but if you can see, maybe we can get a better look behind her neck. If you can see she has these rings of color. It starts with like the browny tawny color, then you get a darker gray, then you get the lighter dove gray, and then the tips of her wool is kind of a blend of that darker gray and brown. But yeah, she's so cute. She is actually an opal, I believe, is the term for her coloring. So they are a little bit more gray, and then you saw Hyacinth's color was more of the wild bunny color, and opals have more of this gray overtone. You could see that on her little ears. But yeah, so we have, we started with the English Angoras, and we have a few Satins now because my sister Sarah loves them. Satins are very different from the English. They are actually a breed developed from satin rabbits. Satin rabbits are a meat rabbit breed, and they look exactly like satins, except they have the giant body of wool all over their body. But satins are adorable rabbits. They're giant bunnies, and they just have the most beautiful silky coats. So satin Angoras are just like that, except they have their coloring, the wool all over their body. So yeah, this is a cute sweetheart. We got her mom at the Fiber Expo in Ann Arbor, Michigan. So that's where we got her mom, and I forget the name of the rabbitry, but her mom, I believe, is a chestnut agouti. She's either a chocolate or a chestnut agouti. Chocolate agoutis are different from chestnuts in that they have a little bit more of a chocolate color all throughout and they have less gray. But I don't know if you even care, if you're just looking at the cute baby. You want to go get your hay again? Yeah, you want to see your beautiful eyelashes? Beautiful eyelashes. Okay. Then we have this chunky monkey, which is her sister, and she is a red. And I don't know if her red coloring is showing up as well on this camera, but she is a little bit more friendly and outgoing than her sister. Her sister was a little more shy, but she was just eating hay, which really relaxes them. That's a trick with bunnies. They love eating hay, and I don't know if it's just the actual contents of the hay or the just munching that makes them happy and relaxed, but she's very alert right now. She's wiggling her beautiful little nose. And reds are one of our favorite colors with the Satins because as she grows up, her red color will just still be kept so strongly, and she will just have this beautiful, silky looking Angora wool. Oh, you are a doll, aren't you? Aren't you just a little doll? But, yeah, the Satins, because they have that meat breed line in them, and I think that they're meant to be a more multi-purpose breed of bunny, the actual Satin Angoras, because you can, oh, it's okay, baby, it's okay, because you can actually eat them too. We do not eat our bunnies. We can't, because they're so cute. How could you? How could you do it? But a lot of people do eat their bunnies. We just keep them for their wool. They definitely pay for themselves with their wool. Their wool is one of the most expensive fibers in the world. And I don't know if you know this, but Angora is also the softest, lightest, and warmest natural animal fiber in the world. The English Angora have the absolute softest because their micron count of their wool is the lowest, so they have the softest wool, which is another reason why you can't shear them with actual shears. But the Satins have a very silky feel to their wool too, so they're very soft as well. Yeah. So these are my babies. I wish I could show you all of them, but that would take quite some time, and they do not like always coming out of their rabbitry. Yeah, do you? This little girl and her sister will be staying at Bumblebee Acres, and we might keep some of their brothers as well, just for their wool. Yeah, and we will, once I get done building our website, I will actually show you guys, we will actually put the boys for sale up there, so they can go to fiber homes. We carefully screen all of our bunny, people who are applying to be homes for our bunnies, because we love our bunnies so much, and we want to make sure they're going to a home where they're going to be well loved, well taken care of, and you know, just have the best bunny life possible. Yeah. So on to knitting. I'm gonna put this little girl back, and I'm going to let them just eat some hay next to me, and maybe I'll bring them out later. Who knows? But anyways, I'm just gonna let you go sit by your sister, okay, and eat some hay. Coconut Cream keeps sniffing at me. She wants to say hello again. Maybe I will bring her out for the end. But for now, little baby, you go in your house, okay? Okay. Hi guys. Okay, so now that the bunnies are all put away, I have gotten the wool and everything out of my eyelashes, because that is just one of the dangers of having Angoras. the probably only inconvenience, not even danger, of having Angoras is that their wool gets literally everywhere. Even though they only technically release every 3 months, release their wool, like I said before, their wool is just always, it's always everywhere. It's just the nature of Angoras. They're not like sheep where their wool is very secured to their skin. It kind of falls out all the time. So that's bunnies for you. Regular bunnies that are not Angora bunnies. They shed a lot too. So maybe that's just the reason. They just shed a lot. So as you can see, I do have a lot of wonderful goodies behind me that are not as cute as Angoras, but pretty damn cute. So I don't know if you guys saw my last video, but I made sort of like an in-between video. It wasn't really like a, what am I trying to say? It wasn't really an episode of Caught in the Wool, but it was just sort of a little blurb. I just released a free hat pattern, the Brioche Kitty Cat hat. The name is technically just the kitty cat hat, but I put brioche in there just so people could distinguish it from other kitty cat hat designs on Ravelry and stuff. I almost said Etsy. On Ravelry. The hat is super cute, and the reason why I released that is because I just ordered my insulin pump and CGM that I talked to you guys about last time I did a fundraiser, and I ordered it a little over a week ago, about 10 days ago, and I got it in the mail last Monday, and I got the CGM portion, which is the cool part that senses my blood sugar all the time. I actually got that last Friday, so I have just been so happy about that. I didn't want to make an official post until I had everything in hand, but I talk about that in that last video, so I will link it below and you can watch that video if you haven't already and hear more about that hat. I'm wearing the hat in the video, and actually I want to show you, I accidentally left the hat up at the house, and as I've told you guys before, I film in our barn, so I want to show you actually the hat design. I don't have it in our colorways, but I'll show you the original one that I did. So it's a cute green colored hat, and there's no right or wrong way to wear it. The brioche makes it much more stiff than other kitty cat hats I've seen, and in the directions, which are free, you can get the trick to it is that you go up a needle size or two to do the body of your hat, and that keeps it from doing this effect, which I've seen a lot of people's kitty cat hats do. Whereas, you know, if we were actual kitty cat hats, our ears would be, you know, kitty cats have their ears a little bit more here on the side of their head. So this hat gives you more of that actual real kitty cat ear effect, which is awesome. But yeah, if you want, you can go and download that pattern. I will put the link below, but it is Brioche Kitty Cat Hat on Ravelry, and you don't need any code or anything. It's just a free Ravelry download, and if you do end up knitting it, please review it because, as you might know, the business is my full-time job. It's queen bees, sen bees, and my other two siblings. Like, that's what we do all the time, and yeah, I'm the full-time designer. Sometimes Sarah will do a few designs, but yeah, so this isn't a paid hat, but if you could review it, that would be great. But yeah, cute kitty cat ears. So I want to leave it on because it's so cute. You know what? I'm just going to leave it on because it is so cute. I wish it was done in our yarns, but it's not. It's done in, I think it's called Universal Yarn Company is the name. But I will link it again below. I linked it in the last video, but I think I'm just going to keep it on for now because it's so gosh darn cute. But I am going to knit another one. So I have this giant just this giant thing of yarn. So right now, I'm going to talk about these minis, which I know I'm always talking about minis to you guys, but I need your opinion. So in my last video, I'm going to talk while I'm mirror images. You guys just don't judge me. In my last video, I talked about how the hat isn't supposed to be politically affiliated, but if you want to do it, just, you know, you can use it for the, you know, that hat movement if you want to. I mean, it's a free hat pattern, so you can do whatever you want with it. But I'm actually going to be doing mine in rainbows, some sort of rainbow mixture. So I know I want to use our minis. So I have the Rainbow Pop minis, which are all kind of, well, they are all definitely our rainbow colors. And then these two, which are our, let me put this down. Bunnies, you hold that. This is Blue Budgie and Budgie. And I think this would make a cute one, but our rainbow colors have like a black speckle overlay on them, and I'm not sure if I want that deepness. Like, they're definitely deeper colors, but I'm thinking I want to do this more neon look that these colors have. So this is our Sugar Pop collection, and then we have our Island Flowers, and ooh, screen is going dark on me. Sorry, kids. And our Rainbows and Unicorns, Rainbow and Unicorns color is this one. So I was thinking of mixing these two, or I don't want to do these two together because they're just too similar, I think, and too pastel. I don't want it to be too pastel, the hat. And because it's brioche, it'll be kind of like a double-sided hat. So I'm kind of thinking maybe these two together. I don't know. But then the other option is that I can take this new colorway that we have, which we decided is Mermaid Love Song. And I don't know how well it's showing up on camera. It's on our coquette base right here. But it has just a ton of blue speckles and purple speckles in it. It also has some brown, and I don't think she did black. It's got some turquoise, and the whole skein is actually turquoise. So I'm thinking, what if I did mermaids and then island flowers and rainbows and unicorns? Would this all fit in one hat? I don't know, but I don't know, mermaids and island flowers. I suppose I could just do that. Oh, maybe I will just do that. It is super beautiful. Okay, you guys let me know what you think. But yes, this is a new colorway. Queen Bee actually, I was gonna say they dyed it. Queen Bee actually came up with this yesterday. So this will be in this Friday's update, and along with this skein, which we decided was, oh gosh, raspberry truffle? Oh no. I think it is raspberry truffle. If I got the name wrong, we were going back and forth all over about what to name this skein. It looks like, to me, personally, this skein looks like, it looks like black raspberry and chocolate chip ice cream, but that wasn't catchy enough for them. So I think we're naming it, I think it's raspberry truffle, but I will put the actual name right here. You probably already saw it. And yeah, so these will be released, and they actually look super beautiful together. So these would actually make a great hat, and you could do other projects with it as well. But they would make a beautiful brioche project, in my opinion. They're gorgeous together. Maybe I will just do it with those two. I don't know. I kind of wanted to incorporate rainbows though. Oh gosh, you guys, what if I did this and these solids? Oh geez. My life is hard. My life is really hard because I have all of these beautiful yarns and I can't choose which one I want to use. But it's a blessing and a curse. These came out with the last update, so these are actually a new mini skein pack. I don't know if you can see them. Okay, maybe you can see them a little bit better. They are a little bit paler, but they are our day at the beach pack. So they're supposed to give you really beachy vibes. This is a nice variegated, kind of tonal, but it's still very variegated, my favorite term. It has oranges, pinks, corals in it. This is just awesome, beachy, happy colors. It kind of reminds me of a, you know, just beach balls, sea glass, all kinds of beautiful stuff. This is a blue speckled. It's dyed, I believe, very similarly to this one here. I don't know the exact color names on these right now, but yeah. And then you have just beautiful blue and sandy yellow. So it's kind of like a sophisticated beach day. It kind of reminds me if you were going to the beach in North Carolina or Nantucket or, yeah, just one of those, you know, just very East Coast preppy. You know, a little bit of fun, but still very sophisticated. But yes, so I'm gonna put this here. And I also wanted to talk about this shawl I'm wearing. So this shawl, if you can see, has this beautiful picot edge. This is my Inverness 1946 shawl. So it was designed for this yarn. The yarn is Claire, so we're going all Outlander right now. All out Outlander, and the shawl is actually, let me lean back a little bit. It's actually a square-shaped shawl. So it lays beautifully. You have the covering over the back as well as the front, and it wraps really nicely around you. So you could use a beautiful shawl pin, but I have been wanting to do this shawl in another color because I released it over a year ago now. And I have just been wanting to do something new with it. So one of the colors that I'm knitting it in is I'm knitting it in Coquette Sock, and oh no, we forgot to look up the color name of it. But okay, first, super cute sheep bag. Oh, I was holding it upside down. Okay, so I got this at the Milwaukee show. It was called Sheep in the City last year. I got it from Hearthside Fiber Arts. Look at those cute sheep. I don't think they are the ones who actually sewed it, but they are the ones who resaled it. I don't have the name of the creator in here. They didn't tag it, but it's so cute. It's so adorable. And this year they renamed it. I think they switched owners. It is now called the Midwest Fiber Frolic, and it's going to be in Milwaukee. It's, oh, I forget the name of the hotel, but it's near the airport, and it is sort of like a retreat. So, oh no, I dropped a bunch of stitches. Hold on a second, guys. Bad things are happening. Okay. I don't know how I managed to do that, but I just dropped a bunch of stitches. So I'm actually doing the shawl in this wild colorway. This is the one I forgot to tell you about. Oh, I will put that Midwest Fiber Frolic info. I'm putting the name again here. And I'm putting it below because we will be vending there. We vended there last year. We will have a bunch of new colorways, and we will have just beautiful things. So if you are in the Midwest, You don't have to do the full retreat, you can just stop by, but last year they had prizes and stuff. I will link their show actually below in the description so you can read all about it and decide if you want to go or not. But yes, so I am knitting this shawl and I'm almost done with it. I will put the name below of this yarn colorway, but this will probably be released. It might not be released until the show. So definitely get on our newsletter, get on our Instagram, all of that. It's all in the description, our Facebook, so you can find out if you like this color when it's coming out. It's very different from a lot of the, I'm dropping stitches again. How does this keep happening to me? Classic Sam. I'm almost done knitting this, but it's a very different colorway than ones we typically do. And it's not black. I don't know how well these colors are showing up, but it's not black. It's actually navy with brown, this beautiful buttery yellow, and then shades of a very light lavender and pink. So this is an Outlander color originally. It is based off of when in the second season Claire and Jamie are at that garden party. Kind of maybe remembering it improperly, but she's wearing this beautiful yellow dress and I believe a brown jacket, and the yellow dress has, or the brown jacket, maybe both of them have pink embroidery, pink and purple flowers all over it, and Jamie's just wearing this beautiful navy jacket. So that's what this is based off of, but the colors together are just so striking. So I'm super excited for this. And yes, so again, see if you can come to the Midwest Fiber Frolic. Fiber Frolic? Is that it? Yes, Fiber Frolic. There's also the Midwest Spring Fiber Fling as well, so I'm getting confused. Fiber Frolic. Oh. And so that's what I'm knitting right now. I have about 8 more rows and then the picot edge until I am done with it. And then I am going to knit another one before that show. So this absolutely beautiful, beautiful, stunning, amazing color is French Liaison. So it is also another Outlander colorway. And I am going to knit it in this. I think I mentioned it in the last full episode, in episode 8, but I have a bunch of different bases. So we just had someone order 2 skeins of it on Squishy DK, which you can see right here. So Squishy DK is just our merino nylon base. It's beautiful, it's stunning. It's one of my favorites. Squishy DK, love it so much. Would marry it if I could marry it. Coquette Sock, which is what this one is done in, the base this one is done in, and also the one I just showed you up there, that one is also a Coquette Sock. I'm not going to knit it in Coquette Sock, even though this is my favorite shawl yarn, my favorite shawl fingering yarn, because it is so fluffy. It works up either very lacy or very much like a DK, and it has just a beautiful drape, and when you block it, it just holds the stitches so beautiful, and it's so sheepy. I just love it. I just adore it. Okay, so then I have it in 2 other bases right here. I have it in Squishy Sock, which is basically the sock version of Squishy DK. It's the same merino nylon blend, the same, I believe it's a 4-ply. I think they're both 4-ply yarns, and just beautiful sock yarn. Yeah, and look at how this base takes speckles so well. Look at how the color breaks into these beautiful speckles. It kind of matches my hat a little bit. It's going to be beautiful. Anyways, those are my beautiful socks. And then here, you can see this one is a little muted compared to the other skeins I just showed you. And that's because this base is our bubble sock, and bubble sock has 20% silk in it and 80% merino. And it's called bubble sock because if you can see, yeah, you can, they kind of look like little pearls or bubbles. So that's why we named this base bubble sock. Anyways, this beautiful, beautiful rose garden colorway. If you see, these are like beautiful blues, almost like a sky blue mixed in with a fresh spring green, and just these shades of pinks and corals and just a luscious red. This is the skein I'm doing the shawl in. So I have been dying to use bubble sock to make this shawl because this shawl is supposed to be so lacy and feminine. And oh gosh, in silk, it's gonna be divine. So I'm planning on having this done by the Midwest Fiber Frolic, and the sample will be brought to the other shows that we're planning on doing. And I'm gonna put the show list below because we just updated our show list online, and it's kind of like a tentative list. We also just got into the Michigan Fiber Festival. So I forget where my mom said that was, but I'm gonna link that one below. We just got the email yesterday, so I'm super psyched about that. Yeah, but this skein is just divine. It's just beautiful. I cannot wait to ball this up and start knitting it because, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. So that is what I have on the needles and I'm planning right now. Yeah, so another one of these shawls and then the kitty cat hat in more bright colors. I'm not sure what else I'm going to cast on. I have a few other designs that are going to be coming out. The Mrs. Weasley's Quick Knit Cap is going to be coming out as another free pattern, probably early mid-February. The pattern's already knit up and some people already have the pattern because our Hogwarts Order of Magical Makers club all received the pattern for the December colorway. So also, if you want cool goodies, randomly we'll throw in extra things like a pattern. Every single month, pretty much every single month, you definitely get a button that I design. I almost always design the buttons. Sometimes Queen Bee does as well, but yeah, you always get a button. You always get a cute like little flyer or advertisement or some cute thing. Like for our night bus colorway, we did actual tickets for the night bus and we did gold leaf lettering on there, which was, oh gosh, it was so much work. I actually used an X-Acto knife and I cut out the letters, and then we took the gold leaf spray and I went outside and I just sprayed down every single one, but those were super beautiful and super fun. And so we do different cool stuff like that so you feel like you're actually a part of Hogwarts. We also do the same thing for Tour de Tolkien, except since Tour de Tolkien is different actual locations every single time, and the Hogwarts Club is a mix of locations, characters. It can be anything. It can be magical creatures. It can be classes, spells, potions, literally anything. That we try to incorporate basically anything for your little handout and goodie, but Tour de Tolkien is just locations along the journey to destroy the One Ring. So you get a kind of postcard almost of each location you visit, as well as like a button that goes along with it, and each yarn is a location. So yes, so check out those clubs, links below. Yeah, and so I decided also for this video, I wanted to do, and it kind of Queen Bee helped me come up with this, is we kind of want to do a little segment on what the other bees are knitting. So I'm getting kind of warm wearing this hat, so I'm gonna messy messy hair. Where'd my headband go? So I took off the hat because I was getting warm. So another segment that I want to do is I want to do every once in a while. I don't know if I'll do this every time, but it depends on what the other bees are doing. Anyways, I want to do a little segment on what the other bees are knitting or crocheting, what have you. Currently, personally, I've been crocheting like mad because I am doing the brioche shawl, and the brioche shawl is coming out possibly the end of February, maybe mid-February, I don't know. It'll definitely be out by the end of, well, by the time the Fiber Frolic comes around, because I want to bring it with. So I've shown you guys that one before. It's almost done. I have to block it. I have to take photos, all of that stuff. But for right now, I want to show you guys what the other bees are up to. So I have some project bags behind me. Let's see. Ooh, I kicked this again. Sorry, guys. I'm going to show you this sock. I couldn't find Send Bees project bag, but we are actually going to be releasing sock patterns for these thick socks. They are kind of sick though, right? But they are our Coquette sock doubled. And these ones are a nice vanilla pattern. But yeah, I'm super stoked to show you guys, well, to release these patterns. But we have a ribbed version, a vanilla version, and then we're going to also do a broken rib version. So just easy socks that you can knit up super fast. And I don't know where her current on the needles one is, but this is our candy corn colorway. And it is doubled Coquette sock, so it makes a little bit of a thicker yarn. And yeah, this colorway is not currently in the shop. It will be, it will come out again next fall, but yeah, it's a very autumny colorway. Heliana is also doing a autumn colorway. I think she's on her heel now. Yeah, she's on her heel flap. So these adorable socks are our candy color colorway, and this is on Squishy Sock. She is knitting Hermione's Everyday Socks, and this is just adorable. My mom said it kind of reminds her of goldfish, and it does. It looks like cute little goldfish or candy corn, and I am so jealous. I have not had time to be knitting myself socks, so I've just been sad and sockless lately. I'm knitting up a sample for one of our thick sock patterns that are coming out, but no actual full pairs of socks for me, sadly. But yeah, this is just adorable. This colorway will also be coming out next fall, this fall, 2018. So stick around, guys. It's just beautiful. And she's still knitting it in these cute bags. Her cute little Christmassy bag that we picked up. We got these at Meijer's, but, ooh, and then let me just drop it. Yeah, we got these at Meijer's, and they're just so cute. They're the perfect, like, sock bag. And they're lined, too, with, like, that nice silky, I think I showed you guys mine. Mine has a poinsettia, I believe, on it. Sarah and I have close ones. I think one of us has a mistletoe, one of us has a poinsettia, but, yeah. So this is what Queen Bee is knitting, and this bag is from Beautiful Sister, and I will link them below. They make wonderful, sturdy bags that are kind of out of a more canvasy material, and this one has sparkles on it. This top part might actually be cotton, just cotton, but yeah, you see the bees have like a little sparkle to them. I think the bottom's canvas. I don't know, it seems like a sturdier yarn. I'm not yarn fabric. I'm not a sewer, but just so adorable. They are, I believe, Chicago based. I will link their shop below, but they're just such sweet, sweet girls, and they, I know that they sell their bags in shops, so they wholesale, and I don't know if they do, I'm pretty sure they do sell on their Etsy as well, but this is what Queen Bee has in her bag right now. I posted a picture on our Instagram of Mrs. Weasley's knits, which was that Hogwarts Order of Magical Makers colorway for December. So this is the one that they actually got with that quick knit cap. It's just beautiful, and it's so Mrs. Weasley. It's so Weasley, like, it's just so cute. And then I'll Wait Your Owl is what she's contrasting it. So she's actually knitting here is our gathering shawl pattern, and she is making an extra large version, which I currently do not have for sale on our website or on Ravelry. We have just the regular gathering shawl. I do sell this pattern though. I mean, I have the pattern, the altered version. I sell it at the shows we go to, but yeah, I don't sell it online right now because I'm not sure how to do it, since I can't exactly sell it to people who already have a full pattern, since it isn't very hard to alter it to make it bigger. But yeah, I'm trying to find out the best way to do that. I know I can do discounts on Ravelry, but if the person bought the pattern not through Ravelry, then the discount won't apply, so it's tricky. But this shawl, she started a few days ago, and it's already massive. And I mean, look at this. Once she blocks it, it's gonna be giant. She's already, so far, it's insane. But yeah, I'm just like dying right now. I want all the things. Look at this cute pocket in this bag. Oh, she has her like row counter and stuff in here. But yeah, they have little pockets in here and everything. It's just such a nice bag. So definitely check out them. Beautiful sister. And yeah, that was pretty much all that I wanted to tell you guys about. I feel like I was here for only like 15 minutes, but I know this video is technically longer since I showed you the bunnies and everything. Yeah, so new thing is that we are doing updates every Friday. We will have new colors, so definitely sign up for a newsletter, make sure you're on Instagram, make sure you have our website bookmarked, like definitely do that. And yeah, we decided to do updates every Friday because we need to tell ourselves to actually, sorry, the bunnies were chewing on something. I wanted to make sure I had set those mini skein bags on the top of the little carrier I have them in, and I don't want them chewing them, but they're being good. They're not doing that. But I just know that we want to like push ourselves to make sure that we're constantly updating. We're coming out with new colors all the time, so we should be updating. And we want to give you guys like a definite time to check back when new products are going to be in the shop. So as always, that's going to be 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is Illinois time, and 7 o'clock every Friday. So yeah, definitely check back then. Almost all our colors are right now dyed to order unless they are one-of-a-kind colors. So you don't have to worry about, that's why our colors don't sell out on our online shop, because we just do them dyed to order. Like, why not make you guys your own custom yarn? Like, you know, it's dyed specially for you. So yeah, Queen Bee and Sarah are currently in the dye studio coming up with new colorways. Sarah just came out with this beautiful, beautiful color which will probably be coming out on Friday. So definitely check back for that. And what else did I want to tell you guys before I go? Queen Bee always gets on me because she says that I drag out the endings, but I'm not trying to drag out the endings. I just want to remember everything that I wanted to tell you guys. So yeah, there are new patterns coming out. Definitely check back about that kitty cat hat. Check the Ravelry because it is for free, and I'm going to be casting on mine probably as soon as I finish that crochet shawl, which I'm going to start working on right now. Once I leave you guys. So with that, I am going to let you guys say goodbye to somebody special real quick. Okay, you guys, I just wanted you guys to say goodbye to Coconut Cream. She's gonna go back in her house and munch on some hay right now. And with that, I hope you guys had fun getting caught in the wool. Bye!